Let's look at Codeforces round 852, problem A, which is yet another promotion. There's a grocery store which sells groceries only on 2 days in a month, and in each of the days the price is different. On the first day of the month the price is A, and the second day of the month the price is B coins per kilogram. So now we have to buy total of n kilograms, but there's a catch. On the first day there's an offer. The offer is that if you buy m kilos of potatoes, then you will get 1 kilo as a gift. You can pay for m kilograms and you can get m plus 1 kilograms. So you have to find what's the least amount of money you can spend to get n kilos of potatoes, minimum number of coins. So there are a few examples. In the first case, they've said that the prices are 5 and 4 for the first and second days respectively. And there are 3 potatoes to be bought, and you need to buy at least 1 potato to avail the offer. So what you can do is you can avail the offer only once, then your 2 potatoes are done, and then you can take the next potato at the rate for the second day. So for the first day you are charged only 5, and the second day you are charged 4, so that gives you 9. Now let's understand how to solve this. So you basically have 2 different rates for 2 days. The first day is A per kg, and second day is B per kg. But there's also a third rate, which is the discounted rate. So for discount, it's A into M for M plus 1 kgs. For the same thing, if you look for the first day, if you want to buy M plus 1 kgs, you need to pay A normally without the promotion for M plus 1 kgs, and on the second day you need to pay M plus 1 times B for M plus 1 kgs, because B is the normal rate and A is the normal rate. And this is the special rate, which is you pay A into M for M plus 1 kgs. Now we know that the promotion rate, which is the discount rate, is always lesser than the normal rate for the first day. But we don't know if it is lesser than the normal rate for the second day. So our best deal is either here or here. It is definitely not here. So first we need to compare which is the best deal. So for the first day, the promotional offer is A into M for M plus 1 kgs, versus for the second day, the normal offer will be B into M plus 1 for M plus 1 kgs. So we need to compare greater than. So if B is the cheapest rate, then we buy everything at B rate. There's no question of buying anything on the first day. We can buy everything on the second day itself. So our total cost becomes B into N, which is the total number of groceries we have to buy. But if B is not the cheapest rate, then we need to use the offer. Now the offer can be used only a certain number of times. For example, if the offer says that you need to buy at least 2 kgs to avail the offer, then for every time you are availing the offer, you are getting 2 plus 1 or 3 kgs of potatoes. But let's say you want to buy only 5 potatoes, n is equal to 5. Then you cannot use the second offer twice. You cannot use the offer twice. Why? Because then you would be buying 6 kilograms. You don't want that. You want to buy only 3 kilograms. So the number of times you are using the offer is basically n by 3, which is M plus 1, is the number of times you are using the offer. And the cost incurred on using the offer is this number into the price A, which is on the first price on the first day, into M for M plus 1 kilograms. This is the cost. Now we also want to check that once we have used the offer, for the remaining number of potatoes, do we want to go with the rate A or with the rate B for the remaining? So whichever is lower, we will go with that. So we also need to calculate how many remaining number of potatoes we need to buy. We also need to calculate how many remaining number of potatoes are yet to be bought. Remaining will be n minus number of times offer is availed multiplied by the number of potatoes we are getting every time the offer is being used, which is n plus 1. So it is basically n minus the number of times offer is being used is n by n plus 1, and we need to multiply this by n plus 1. Now we cannot cancel this m plus 1 and m plus 1 out because this is an integer division and not a double division. So this is not normal mathematics which is being applied here. This part we have already calculated, which is the number, and this is m plus 1. So number into m plus 1. And for the remaining number of potatoes, we will incur a cost of remaining into min of a comma b. Whichever is lower, we'll buy on that day. So we'll add this to the cost plus equal to, and initially we have already added the offer part to the cost, and that will give us the final answer. Let's look at the code. So here I've taken the inputs a, b and m and n. Now first we check that if on the second day we can buy m plus 1 potatoes at a price lesser than the offer price on the first day, that will be our final cost, and we'll directly print out the cost. But if that's not the case, we need to first calculate the number of times we are availing the offer, which is n by m plus 1. Then the number of potatoes done will be each time we have availed the offer times m plus 1. And we'll add this to the cost, which is times availed, and each time we have paid a coins for m kilograms. Now the number of potatoes remaining is obviously n minus potatoes done. And we'll also include the remaining potatoes cost to the total cost, which we'll buy at the min of a and b. And this was my code. As you can see, it's gotten accepted. Yeah, so that's it.